words of encouragement, and I do mean that literally, and I'll explain how I mean that literally. After we kind of think about why we need words of encouragement, you think about what our communities are going through in terms of the crime and the violence, the issues with our young people. So this is very much needed, these words of encouragement. And they come in the form of two people in the studio, actually, and they are Kamoka Rowley, okay, and her husband, Tajat, help me with that.
No problem. Tajadeen.
Tajadeen. I love it, okay. And they are here with us to talk about words of encouragement, which is you're a singing group, duo, I would, yeah. So who wants to go first to tell us about words of encouragement?
Well, our main focus is really just spreading the gospel, of course. But we want to encourage people, like our single is Be Who You Are. So we want to encourage people to really trust themselves, really trust the destiny they have, what God has called them to do, and really understand that no matter what, size, race, economic standing, that you're still special, you're still important. And just keep, because in this world, there's so many things that seem to kind of push us away from feeling important, and more with all the technology, we kind of just feel like numbers in the crowd, and we're not. Everybody's important, everybody's special.
You wanted to add to that? Come on.
We just really want people to just know how to just be unique, be themselves, and just be comfortable in your skin. And no matter what everyone else is doing, you don't have to necessarily follow the crowd, basically.
Okay. Now, I know you express these messages to people through your music. And so before we take off today, we're going to share your music video with the audience. And the song, again, is
Be Who You Are.
Be Who You Are. So we'll get to that shortly. But speaking of being who you are, you had a very interesting life before you got to this point to be able to encourage other people, right?
Most definitely.
Tajadeen,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely. One of the big events in my life, I would say, was in 2008. I was shot.
Shot.
Yes. I was shot in my chest, and one here, nicked me here, and then one grazed me down in my happy area. So it was an attempted robbery. And when it happened,
were you?
I was actually right down the street from my mother's house, off of 28th and Dearborn in the Brightwood area.
Wow.
So yeah, and it was painful. It was a challenge. And looking back, I remember the doctors, they diagnosed me with this chronic pain, basically where I couldn't do anything. Anything that excited my nerves would just put me in extreme pain. So I couldn't go out in the sun. I couldn't, like when I laughed, it hurt it. When the phone rang, it hurt. Anything that changed they were basically saying, hey, you're going to be this homebody. And I was already aspiring to do acting, and I already was involved in music. So it was really a tragic hit for me. And I remember going to God and just praying, like, God, honestly, I was like, why did you keep me? Because the way the bullet went through my chest, because it went in and went from one side to the other, and it's actually still here.
So the bullet's still there?
Yeah, it's still right here.
You can feel it?
Yeah, you can feel it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it like passed through both of my lungs, so it collapsed both of my lungs. It missed my heart, it missed my esophagus, it missed all these major organs, and it just really showed that God really had a calling for me. And I remember before that occurred, I was always involved in the church. I was always, I was raised that way, but I had that rebel mind state, that nothing to lose type thing. I kind of felt like, like a lot of young urban black males, we kind of get caught up in, we deal with so many different things, whether it's injustice, whether it's, some racism that we kind of just inherited, and then the poverty in our neighborhoods, the violence, the drugs, all these things can quickly make you feel like you're just a number. You don't matter, and I think that's what, a lot of times people say, well, they're thugs, and no, they just don't feel like they matter. When someone doesn't feel like they matter, they have a tendency to do things outside of their character.
Have nothing to lose.
Exactly, and when to kind of go back to with the testimony, when God kept me and healed me in less than a year, might I add, against all the things the doctor. I mean, I still have pain, like it hurts now, always hurts. But in comparison to how it
Is
used
it
to
because
hurt,
you're on TV and it's like a high kind of
it always,
nervy kind of thing?
yeah. But it always like if it's raining, it just got. But I'm so used to it now.
Okay.
So it's not. It's more of an annoying pain. There's sometimes where it will hurt, but to have healed that fast, and for God to choose me to do that, because I know guys who have been shot less and died, and it really showed me, hey, you matter. You matter. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something that's so important for young men, especially not just black men, young men across the board. But yes, our community is plagued with the violent shootings and killings. It's because I really believe they don't feel that they matter. Mm-hmm. And that's a big thing of what words of encouragement and where I am down here, just really realizing that I matter. And God will show you that you matter, especially the closer and closer you get with Him.
All right, amen. And Kamoka, you're...
Well, I came from an abusive family, and a lot of discouragement. It was instilled in me that I would never ever graduate from high school, that I wouldn't even make it this far. And I remember praying as a young girl. I used to always ask the Lord, "Don't let me be what I've been told that I'm going to be." And God bless, I graduated from college with my bachelor's degree just recently this year, just walked, and it felt so good to look at. It felt so good to look at that and think back on how I grew up, how I grew up in an environment that was taught to stay down, to not rise above your environment, to not rise above those things. And so when TJ and I, when we met and we got together, we both had this chemistry when it came to stage, when it came to writing music. And we just felt so strongly about, if we can go through what we went through and forgive and move on and succeed, then surely everybody can do it. And we wanted to encourage other people, especially in our community today. You see so many tragedies going on, but people need to be encouraged. Mm-hmm. And we love it. We love doing it.
So do you perform in different places? You know where you're needed?
Yes.
Yes.
We're working, just developing to get more and a bigger follow. But we performed at a few churches, performed at some open mic things, a few events. So we definitely love to do it. And we already were performers, because I've done acting. We've been in a show together way back. And yeah, that's way back. And she, of course, does the same.
Was it?
Not My Baby, Paula Curia.
Oh yeah, it was the movie. Was it?
You might have been in the movie too, Brick by Brick, but Not My Baby
was
a
play, and I was a reporter.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, that was good.
That's funny. Okay, he remembers that. Okay. Wow, cool. Very cool. Now, if people want to, we are going to watch your video here shortly, but if people wanted you to come to give them words of encouragement through your music, through your poetry, through your words, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, you can go to our Facebook page, which is Words of Encouragement. I think there's another Words of Encouragement. So when you look for it, you'll see us on. It's like a picture, and we're.
You can't miss Kamoka and Tajadi.
Yeah, you can't miss.
And Mary, and then there's Kamoka. Okay, it's Kamoka, not Mary. Okay, so.
So definitely the Facebook page, Words of Encouragement. Our Twitter is Words of Encoura. So it is A and then 1.
Okay.
So at Words of Encoura 1. That's our Twitter. You can also, I don't mind directly emailing us.
Okay.
You can email me at Tajadeen, which is Tijid, D as in David, E as in Edward, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, R as in Robert, at yahoo.com.
Okay.
So definitely send us over email and let us know if you just want to link up with us or work with us or learn more about us, anything.
Okay. Sounds good to me. I appreciate you coming on, Tajadeen and Kamoka Rowley. Mm-hmm. Right. Thanks so much for joining us on Inside Indy. And so we're going to stop now and watch Words of Encouragement. And the song again is?
Be Who You Are.
Be Who You Are.
Yes.
Here on Inside Indy.